shit, put my headphone on. Woohoo! I think we're going. Cool. Okay, well, hello everyone. I'll be waiting until about 7 o'clock, a bit early yet, so for those who are watching, it's probably worth getting your FunBox downloaded and getting it all booted up and stuff like that. So just getting mine sorted. Sorry, I just got my dropping notes. Built this box up earlier on. Yeah, for those of you who are interested in sort of writing stuff down and sort of keeping track of all your skills and like what you've learned, I'd recommend using drop links. It's very good. So you can synchronize it across devices and it's free. It's awesome. So I will be referring to my notes throughout this video. So every time I need to put stuff, show you stuff, I'll bring it across. If you keep an eye on the chat as well, I'll post stuff in there for you to copy and paste. Test. Yeah, just setting up my Parrot OS, so it'll boot up soon. If anyone doesn't know where to find the box we're going to be doing today, I'll quickly put it in the chat just now. Time, we've only got 5 minutes yet, haven't we not? No, ignore you. So if you want to play along, that's where you can get the box. It's in the chat now. Okay. Drop plane. Let's get drop plane out of the way. Here's minimize vulnerab. But by the way, what you want to do as well, just make sure that your attack box and your victim box are on the same network. So like I've got here, look. So I've created a little network, and that's the name of it there. Okay. So just make sure they're on the same ones there. Otherwise you will not see it on the network. Okay then everyone. Right, so I'm going to call that time. It's about 1 minute to go, but you know, I think people can catch up. A little bit of playbacks and stuff can go on. Right, so first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to discover the IP in our network, because I don't actually know the IP of said box, because I don't know the password for the box. Okay, so in order to discover things in our network, we can do something with an ARP scan. ARP scans, in my opinion, are better than ping scans, because some Windows settings and firewalls drop pings as like a defense mechanism. So what we can do, if I bring up Droplin, well, I've got Droplin on here actually, we'll choose it from here. I've got the so many different things, I always forget what I always write them down. So if I go to Network Discovery and my Droplin notes, we can find, well, so theoretically, I'll find, maybe not. Here we go. This is the one I was after. So I'll post this in the description for you. But this is basically going to give us our list of hosts. So paste. So hang on a minute. Okay. So what we're saying here is do an ARP scan on this interface. So that'd be this interface here, the local net. So basically, whatever this is, well, the network, should I say? So it'll be scanning the 10.0.2.0 network. That's the name of the network it's on. And then we're going to print the first line of that and put the output into a host file. So we'll run that. And then because we're using an interface, we need to use that as super user. So that's what we do super user do. And then we go ls, and then we have a hosts file, theoretically. Here we go, here it is. So we're going to go cat hosts douche, and then we go, we've got some interfaces, okay. So what we'll do is clean up the file quickly, and we'll just get rid of stuff we don't need. It's basically what's happened there. While I said awk print first line, it's basically taken all lines. Sorry, the first column of all lines, and we don't need all of them all. Okay, so for instance, I know this one is the router, so we don't need to do that. And then it's one of these three basically. So save that, and then create a little directory as well to keep it all nice and tidy. So what we're going to do, make directories, just go live _stream, and then cd live stream, live, come on, why is that? Oh, make directory live. So we're doing that, paste in, cd live, there you go. Now we should have a nice clean directory. So what we want to do is I want to copy the host file from the previous directory. So we're going to go copy .. and that means back one directory, so back one folder. And we're going to select the host file. So hosts and then tab. And then we want to copy it here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go .. and actually copy it here. And then here we go. Cat hosts. Here we go. Boom. We're in. So what we need to do now is we need to sort of find out which of these devices is our sort of target machine. So best thing we can do, because I know it's running Linux, because basically on the website itself it has a nice little advertisement of like an Apache index page, so it's a strong indication that it's going to be using Linux. So what we can do, just go mmap-O and then 10, or we could just put the host file actually, input list hosts.txt. I think that should be fine. Top 100 ports, oh no, root privileges. Okay, that should return pretty quick, so not asking it to do much. It says come now, here we go. Okay, so we got a little report back from mmap. So 10.2, it's got 21 FTP, but it doesn't have a web server open, so pretty sure that's not of interest to us. 10.03's got nothing going on. And this one's got something interesting. So we have FTP, I'm pretty sure this is the one, but we can confirm that just by going to HTTP and confirming the port. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in our web browser, http:// and then 10.0, where is it? .0.2.9, and then just going to tap that. Yep, so we've got an Apache Ubuntu default head page. Okay, so that's pretty promising. I'm going to say this is probably our box. So we're going to proceed with this sort of stuff. So first things first, whenever you see a web page like this, you should automatically be thinking, right, just run a quick derb scan. So we're going to go derb.http, and then put our IP address in, and then that should run fine. But what I'm going to do is output this to a file. So what we're going to do, what this command is run this command, take the output of that, pass it to T. And what T does is it outputs it to our screen so we can see what's going on, and then it will output it to a file as well so we can save our results. So it's quite nice like that. So derb derb, and then we call it what was it? FunBox. FunBox. Okay, that's good. So that's gonna go. Okay, so there's not a lot going on here. Like I said, we're going to use the derb default list. So that may not be of any interest or any good. But at this point in time, it's not looking very promising. There's much running. What might be worth is we've passed it a bigger list. So go back and you go user share, user share derb. Nope, word list even. Word list derb, and then tab, and then get a sort of idea of what's in that directory. Okay, so we'll try big.txt, see if it comes back with anything, and I'm gonna run that. I'll put that command in the chat so people can copy and paste it. Oh dear, come on, highlight. Here we go. So that there, copy, paste it to chat. Cool. So again, didn't come back with much. Actually, come back with less than the actual default scan. So what we can do, you can have a little look at what's going on. Index.html, I've already seen that. So okay, server status, we're forbidden. Can't see that. Not allowed. Robot.txt, disallow logs. Okay. Okay. So let's have a look at all. Have a look at logs. See what's going on in there. Logs / not found. Okay. Okay, so at this point I'm going to move on from there because nothing seems to be really going on. If we get stuck, maybe we'll return to it and see if we can't find anything else. Now there was something else, some other ports open that we found with our quick scan. What we can do is run another mmap scan because now we know our target. What we can do is going to do 10.0.2.9 and then run all ports and then default scripts and then we'll save the output. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to save the output today. Oh, I will. You may not know. So this is going to be all outputs. Okay. I'm going to call it FunBox _ nmap. So what we've got, nmap needs to be sudo. Always forget that. Sudo -a. This might take a little bit of time actually. So if you do the -st, that tends to be a little bit faster because as a full TCP connect, I find this is generally a little bit faster. This will be logged by antivirus or something like that. Anyway, so let's run that, see if it works. Yeah, that should run. It's pretty quick. Very quick actually. Alright, anyway. So we saw that there's an FTP server on it. So whilst this is doing its thing, and it's already done it. Okay, never mind. So what we're going to do, this is the one I like to use anyway. We're going to reformat it into a HTML file. So what we're going to go, so we're about to open it in Firefox, and then we're about to view it in a web browser, and it'll be nice and tidy. So we're going to get xslt-proc. If you haven't got this, just sudo apt get install xslt-proc. I'll put it in the thingy for you. I'll put this in there for you as well actually. Copy, paste, and then xslt, I'll do that in a minute, tproc, and then we go funbox.html, and then we're going to output that to that again, but we'll just change the extension to HTML, and that'll take that for us. Now if we ls, we'll have a funbox.html. Here we go. Now we just go Firefox, and then funbox autocomplete, and then enter. Got a nice little report there from mmap, and it makes us happy. So put that in there for you. Paste, enter. Yeah. Cool. So
watching now, so I assume that's me.
cool. I'm sorry, but distracted there. Right, let's go back to what we were doing. So Firefox, FunBox, map.html. Okay, let's have a little, drop in. Right, let's have a little look at our report then. So from here, I mean, instantly you've got FTP, that's interesting. And as we ran the default mmap script, what it's done is it's tried the anonymous login, and we have some interesting files in there. So this is good. This is nice. So SSH is open, and yeah, I found it logs disallow entry robots.txt. Okay, so it looks like we're looking at this kind of stuff. This is where it's pointing to us. Okay, so there's two ways we can do this. We can go FTP in the browser if you want to. It just doesn't always work, but it does on this one, so I've tried it already. We've got all these files here. Okay, all down, wrong one. So click on a welcome message. Save file. I didn't actually save it. Have a look at this earlier on. Just looking at it now. So I don't know what it's going to say. So little downloads. Where's the welcome message? Welcome message. Okay, welcome archive user. Local time is that. This is experiment FTP server. If you have any unusual problems, please report them via email to root. Okay, nothing of particular interest there, but we do have lots of zip files with various users. Okay, so this is cool. So now we've potentially got an attack vector now. So we've got a list of users that we can maybe pass to Hydra. So we can potentially brute force the SSH if we need to. Okay, but first things first, what you want to do, I think we should download all these files and interrogate them further. Okay, so instead of doing it one by one on the FTP, you can use wget, or you can just log in via the FTP client. So I'm going to do it via FTP client because then I'll give an opportunity to show you another tool and to basically do it properly. So we are going to put that away, put that to the side, get back to our terminal, and I would clear the terminal so it's nice and clear, and just go FTP. Now if you don't have FTP, all you got to do is go sudo at install FTP. Okay, I'll put that in a thingy for you. So copy, paste. There we go. So quickly install that. It shouldn't take too long. And then we just go FTP, and then put in our target IP. .9. Okay, and then anonymous. And then I didn't look these up. This is just default creds. So that's working. That's cool. So what we're going to do as well, first thing you should do when you go into FTP, because inevitably we're going to be downloading stuff. So what you'll do is move into binary mode. Always move into binary mode, because if you download it without using it into binary mode, I think it uses. I think I read about it, and I think it uses ASCII. And if you're downloading something like an executable or something like that, it like messes it up and it plays games, and then you can like spend a long time like getting really upset as why isn't this working, la la la. And then so just move into binary mode, then everything download from here on out is going to be fine and dandy. Okay, so from here I want to download everything I possibly can. Okay, so get all. Okay, and we're going to go yes all the way until you get invalid command, and then we exit that by Control D. Then you have a little list, and then you look. There's some fun stuff going on here. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to move some of these zips into another folder. I think so. We'll make a directory called zip, and then we'll move all.zip to. Did I put a capital? No, zip. Oh damn! Right, will it work? Yeah, it'll work. Zip. Here we go. Cool. So have a little look. Cool. So cd zip. Oh damn! What's going on there? Crikey. There you go. And then ls. Okay. So now we have all these things in there. So what we need to do, try and unzip some stuff, I suppose. So unzip all. Okay. Archive file not matched. So it seems like we can't do stuff. Okay, so why not? So unzip Anna. Okay, requires a password, and obviously we don't know the password. So what we need to do is we need to go zip to John, and this will create a password hash we can attack. Okay, now if you don't have this installed, what you can do, just make sure you got it. Go zip, locate zip to John. Okay, it says here that mine is located there. So if it's not work, if you can't just go zip to John like I've done, you might have to put the full path in. So try something like dot and then user bin zip to John or wherever it is located on your file system. If locate doesn't work, you might have to do a find command where you might need to go find dash iname zip to John. Okay. Then if that doesn't work, to dev null as well, otherwise he'll be upset with me. Okay, so try that, and then if your source isn't located there, it will be located somewhere else, maybe. And if that's still not the case, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to install John the Ripper from GitHub. Okay, so if that's the case, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go away and do it, and I'm not gonna teach you how to do it. There's plenty of stuff online, YouTube videos online, where it shows you how to do that. It's not too hard, but if you're running from Cardi or Parrot, it's not an issue. You'll have it. Okay. So what we're going to do now then, we're going to use the zip to John to create a series of password hashes for said files. Okay, we're going to zip to John all files within our directory, and then we're going to pass the output to hashes.txt. Okay, that's going to do its thing. Okay, that looks happy. So we cut the file we just made, and we've got a series of hashes. Okay, don't worry, it just looks messy, but John knows what to do with it. Okay. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go sudo John, and we're going to go dash dash word list equals user. Oh, come on. Right. This is one little tip with John. Put the directory of the password in first, and you can autocomplete. User share word list. We use RockU because RockU is the most popular. But don't. I recommend, a word of advice: don't fully rely on RockU because you'll get caught out eventually. It's good to have. It's always good to use RockU first, and then use another few sort of other very popular password lists. All right, and then we're going to go. So sudo John. Here's our word list we want to use, and then we're going to pass it the file we want to break. Okay, and make sure you don't mispronounce, type anything, otherwise it won't work. And then I'll put this in the thingy for you, so you can just copy and paste it. Go. And then run. Now let that go for a minute or two. That will work, hopefully. That didn't work for some reason. Sudo John word list rocky.txt. I don't understand why. It should be fine. So loaded 3 hashes to 3 different salts. Okay, that's odd. Try it again. I think what might be happening with me, because I've already ran this before, and it's basically saved it in this local database or something like that, and it's basically saying, "Oh, we already know where it is." So if this is working for you, good for you. It's not working for me though. Maybe just look at my Droplin write-up, because I wrote this up earlier on. So go through Droplin, go to malicious code passwords, pentest write-ups, and I go to FunBox. Okay, attack. Yep, it's done that a minute ago. And we go, here's all these guys. Yep, locate John, zip to John. Now pass the file password hash to John. Sudo John. This is what you should be getting. This is the output you should be getting. So cat hashes, and we've got that mess that we saw a minute ago. And we go sudo John word list user shared Roku word list and hashes.txt, and then the password for hack it. You'll get your sudo password, and it'll be loaded 3 hashes. We need different salt. That's fine, and it'll run, and then you'll get these output here. Perhaps I wasn't waiting long enough. That's really weird. Yeah, I think I know what it is. I think it's done it already. So we'll just try and do it as a different user. Maybe that might help. Okay, that is rather weird. I don't know why that's not working. So demo guys are coming, sorted me out. Okay, this should be working, so I don't know why it isn't. What we can try and do this with hashcat. Just try and do it with hashcat. Hashcat brute force zip file. Yep, here we go. Try and mess around with cat put to read and we get it. La la la. Where's the command? Hashcat. I don't know why it's not working. I'm gonna assume it's working for you because it's not working for me. But like I said, I did it earlier on, and this is the output you should be getting. I'm pretty sure it's because I've already done it, and it's just basically saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna do it again. We've already got it. Look at your database." Okay, so the output you should be getting is Catwoman is Catherine's password, and Are You Buyer is password for Tom's and zip file. Okay, so now we've got those passwords. What we can do is we can unzip Catherine, and then we'll just pass it the password of Catwoman, if you can spell it correctly. Catwoman. Oh, for goodness sake. Paste. Okay, we have our ID RSA key. Cool, so the other one was Tom, and we're going to go Ayuba copy, and we're going to go same again, but we're going to do Tom's file this time. Tom, come on, Tom. Okay, now we're going to go paste, and then we're going to rename it because it'll just overwrite this one otherwise. So we're going to go Tom ID underscore RSA. Okay, so little look-see. So cat ID underscore RSA. We got what looks like a private key, which is good. So we can potentially use this private key to log in via SSH. Okay, so if we clear and then ls, we've got Catherine's ID private key and Tom's private key. So what we can do now then, go SSH or SHH, SSH, and we're going to go Catherine. Sorry, what we'll do, specify you want to use a private key first, and then we'll use the ID RSA private key, and then we'll go at 10.0. Oh, come on, 0.2.9. Okay. And then we'll get do you want to use this public certificate? We're going to go yes. And connection was closed by the remote thing. Okay, so perhaps Catherine user does not exist on the remote machine, but luckily I did do this earlier, so I know Tom does exist. you can have at least one demo go correctly. So IDRSA. So yeah, use Tom's IDRSA, Tom, like that. And then we are in. Cool, so who am I? Tom, ls-la. Anything interested in there? Okay. So when we get to this point, we start thinking about privilege escalation. And what we can move on from this. So I mean, I personally have been developing my own methodology for priv-esc stuff. I have a little bit of a checklist on what I like to work through in order to sort of find myself. But in this particular one, it's got an interesting files. So here, so first things first, Tom can read bash history, so we can do a cat bash history. Okay, this is all me, by the way, so ignore this. This should be blank on your computer, so don't get too excited because you won't see this. Okay, ls, and we're going to go ls-la. Go search those hidden files. We're going to go cat. Okay, next interesting one is the MySQL.history. Okay, so this looks interesting. Looks like there's some sort of history going on with commands for a MySQL database. So you can see he wants to show all databases and then create a database called support. And then he's use database support, and he wants to create a table users within that database support. Show tables, and then he's saying select from support, or all from support. So select all tables from database support, and then show tables, and he's saying select, just doing it again, and then he's saying insert into support user Tom with a password. So cool. So we know that 404 is not in it because 404 appears everywhere. It's probably sort of base 64 or sort of encoding, URL encoding. So we might better try this as a potential password. So let's try and sudo l, see what Tom can do. Okay, we retire Tom's password, pass that, and it basically tells us user Tom may run the following commands on FunBox 2. So we can run all commands as sudo on FunBox. Okay, so that's quite an easy priv-esc. So we just go sudo su, and we are now root. So who am I? I am root. So that was FunBox 2. It literally took about 13 minutes, or half an hour. So that was quite an interesting box. Don't worry, if it takes you a little bit longer than half an hour to do this, do not feel bad. It took me probably about an hour or so, maybe a bit longer, but I've been doing this for a while, so this is a good little starter box, and it is quite fun and interesting. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any things you want to see next, or any sort of suggestions for me to improve my videos, I'm all ears. Just put them in the comments below. Be very much happy to take your criticisms on board. Okay, so yeah. So we've got the flag.txt, FunBox 2, electric boogaloo. Cool. So yeah, end of the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much again. See you later. There's the button to stop the stream.